Well, greetings again, everyone. It's a nice time to catch up with everyone right now because finally got some videos out and everything. Got some reviews out to the channel to get the year jump started a little late because I was working on so many things right at the beginning of January with the Terminator 2 thing, which I'm going to be getting back to working on this week. So that's going to be top priority, get that done and that out. Then I can work on all the other stuff I want to get to. But I was working on that, I was working on some other stuff, and it just kind of got piled up and backlogged and stuff like that. So it was like, at a certain point I had kind of like, okay, I gotta get some actual content out. Gotta get some quick, easy stuff out. So I did the Highlander 3 thing, and I just put out the review of Sinister that I did. I originally intended to do the Sinister one as part of Forever Horror Month back in October, but I started working on typing up that scripted review like right at the end of the month. And I just didn't have time to finish up doing it, typing up the thing, and let alone get around to producing the thing. So, had sitting around, I just kind of felt like I wanted to do something. And I was having a little bit of a horror vibe, so I figure finish it off, get it out there, nice polish type of thing, and a little taste of horror in there, whatnot. But I'll be getting into a little more horror-esque type of stuff here shortly. But updates on what's going on with the channel here. So, like I said, I'm going to be getting back to working on the Terminator 2 video, which is basically the evolution of the film throughout home video from VHS and Laserdisc to DVD and Blu-ray and the 4K release that we got recently. So it was a little later than I wanted to get it out, but like I said, I got so tied up with a lot of technical issues producing that review, going about it with a different direction in terms of video encoding and codec, stuff like that, random stuff. And that ran into a lot of problems, so I'm reconverting everything over to my regular ProRes format so I can work with it easily and get it done and not have to worry about all that stuff and know I can move forward with a regular workflow. So gotta work on that, and got some Blu-rays and Laserdisc stuff to get to, but we got that coming up. After that, I'm going to be working on 2 other reviews. One I'll get to shortly, that's part of the Laserdisc stuff and everything, but working on the Superman review will be coming. I keep saying that since like November, but I do intend to get it. That's why I got the freaking poster back here. I got the poster, I got it framed, because I intended to do the review, so it's going to come eventually. So, once I get all this other stuff out of the way, settle down, big review of Superman the movie. And something else I'll get to shortly. But other stuff we got going on here. Not so much here, but my friends and HEMI, the Chicago heavy metal band I've been with for a decade now. Almost exactly a decade since they signed on to contribute a song to one of my films back in 2008. They just released their brand new album, AVALON, which is another sort of, if you listen to their previous album, Undivided Intentions, this carries on the conceptual story of that, with the protagonist or antagonist, the main character that they were speaking of in those songs in that overall arc, continues on with AVALON here with a nice solid, I think it's a 6-track album that's just fierce metal. They've put together so many different influences. They worked on this for 9 months, recording and writing in the studio, all this type of stuff. Amazing production quality on this whole thing. They just, AJ Kohler of Tag Music Studios did a phenomenal job getting these guys sounding like the most professional band in the world. Razor sharp type of stuff. It's fantastic quality, fantastic metal. Go ahead, check out HEMImusic.com. We got all the links to everything. Got Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, everything you could want. You can find it pretty much on any service whatsoever. And if you want to get a CD, you can also buy it directly from the band and you get a nice low quality of that too. I didn't do the artwork, but I did all the layouts, did all the layout, the artwork, in the entire jewel case and everything, the booklet and everything, put together all the text and font and all that type of stuff. So if you get the CD, you get a little piece of my work in there of what I did to make the entire artwork come together in this entire package. So great type of thing. I'm fantastically appreciative and just excited that they got to put this out. They put out the first single, Death Wizard. It's fantastic type of stuff. They just blow everything way out the water from what they've ever done before. And this was like the complete collaboration of the entire band, because the previous album had a lot of stuff the band had been toiling around with for like maybe 4 or 5 years or whatnot, and so this was like all fully put together from this core lineup, and they put it all together fantastically. It's out now. We're going to be having a release party on Saturday in Chicago, and so that's fantastic type of stuff. So hit up the website, which I completely managed, completely designed myself. So if you got any problems with the website, it's me to go to. But or if you have any praise to give to the website, me too. So did all the graphics, all the layouts, all the design, everything. So I'm also vastly appreciative and so grateful for having made that website for the guys and keep it going and everything. So that's HEMI, Chicago metal band, fantastic type of stuff. Just check it out, guys. You can hit it, like I said, just sample on Spotify or their Bandcamp type of thing. Just hear the tracks, see if you want them. You can just grab them off of iTunes, Amazon, whatever you want to do, or however. So move on from that type of stuff. And commentaries, the Halloween 2 commentary was already recorded. It'll be coming out shortly. So if you enjoyed the one we did for John Carpenter's Halloween, the sequel will be coming up shortly. And then Trent and I are probably going to be recording a bunch of commentaries on Sunday if schedules continue to work out and everything. If we're not too wiped out from the release party on Saturday, and see where things go from there. And then Steve and I will get back together, do Halloween 3 and 4, and move forward from there. So that's what's going on there. So media pickup stuff. I'm going to go with the Blu-rays first and just touch on something else later on with the Laserdisc type of stuff. But I kept looking over my DVD collection and stuff, just like getting tired of, I don't know, just get tired of looking at the same old cruddy stuff that's on standard definition. I really wanted to upgrade a couple of the XMen films, so went to Half Price Books, and they did have XMen and X2 available, and so I bought them. I bought them one of the two, either Half Price Books or Disc Replay. I was going back and forth. I think I got these at Disc Replay down the way, so regardless of that, it was about like $5.99 a piece, I think. So that was a good bargain for both of these. I was going back and forth between getting the single releases or getting one of the box set type of things. So they repackage these things so many blasted times. But I thought about getting the steelbooks, but apparently the steelbooks don't have the second discs of these sets. So obviously I want to get the full features and everything to replace the original DVD version. So I got the proper versions. They were released 2 discs, Blu-rays. So I just wanted to get those upgraded. You know, just felt if I ever want to revisit those films, I really just want to get the HD versions and just kind of get rid of my old cruddy DVDs and whatnot that I've had for eons and eons. It's a weird thing with the original X-Men. It's one of those things where it wasn't like I liked it that much to see it as many times as I did in the theater, but I was like, at that point in time, I always heard about some people seeing a film like 10 times in the theater. I just wanted to have a film that I experienced that many times, and I don't know why. I just don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I just watched it. I just went back and saw the film over and over and over again. I got a little bit burned out on it. But I revisited a couple years ago. I was like, it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. X2 is definitely a very good film. And so I'm not saying I'm doing reviews on them or anything, but I just wanted to upgrade them. Just get a better quality, because I have Days of Future Past and the Wolverine on Blu-ray, so I felt like get most of the good ones in HD quality and kind of, I tried to get rid of the all my old X-Men DVDs. They were going to give me $1 for them, $1 for them, for like X1, X2, X3, and X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's like, no, they're just going to sit in the back of my car until I really want to offload them for something at least a little better than that. So why I have X-Men Origins Wolverine, there's no reason for it, really. I don't even remember why exactly I bought it, but I did. And it was way too overpriced. But anyway, obviously I upgraded my copy of Sinister from DVD to Blu-ray. So like I found that, and oddly enough, it was very, very easily, nicely priced at FYE in the mall. It was about $10, so brand new. So it was nice to actually find a deal in the mall for once. But this was really nice, because I've been wanting to get this for a long time. And has notoriety because it was the very first Forever Horror Month review I ever did for the channel. Joe Dante's The Howling. This is the Scream Factory version, because I found out that Best Buy was having a Screen Factory sale. This was $12.99, and I was lucky enough to have, because I found about it on Saturday, right in the middle of the giant snowstorm we were getting. And this is not the worst we've ever had, no, but it was enough of a pain in the ass going out there and driving and everything. But found about it Saturday, almost forgot about it Sunday until I was about to go home from running a short little errand, and then so I had to do like a U-turn, get some gas, drive up the highway to the nearest Best Buy that said that had it. Then I had to walk around the store for a long time because it wasn't on the shelf anywhere. I checked everywhere 3 times until a very nice guy at Best Buy, one of the associates, actually asked me if I needed help with anything. I told him I was looking for this, and he was a very, very, very nice guy. He went in the back, hunted it down. There was only 2 copies left, so second to last copy I got from Best Buy of The Howling, and really wanted to get this. Sadly, obviously it's been out for a few years, so no slipcover, because I usually like to do like the new artwork on the slipcover, obviously, and then I'll just reverse it to the original artwork on here. But I've got the poster of the original artwork over there, and it's like I like that artwork so fucking much. I really do. I think it's just, like I said, when I got that back at Days of the Dead in November, I was like, I think it's one of the best horror movie posters ever, because it's such a striking fucking image, with just the claws coming out and saying, imagine your worst fear a reality. It's a fantastic cover for a fantastic werewolf film. A lot of people put a lot of other things above, at the top of their list of werewolf films. Well, most people go with American Werewolf in London. I'm attracted to The Howling. I'm very much so. I watched American Werewolf in London a long time ago. Didn't do much for me, unfortunately, but this is much more my style. Joe Dante, guy who's done Gremlins and The Burbs and Inner Space, Gremlins 2, whole bunch of stuff, and this is just my style. This is my flavor of everything. So it's a real slow burn start to the film. That was something that always was difficult for me for a couple of years. It was such a sort of like drop you in the middle of a story, slow burn type of thing. So it takes a little time to give it some traction to really get it going, but once it does, and it fantastically pays off everything in the third act. Wonderful. And it has Joe Dante's sensibility of wit and a little bit of satire and stuff like that. It's like, it's just absolutely perfect. And it's a beautiful film too. So getting the Blu-ray, I've had the DVD for years because obviously I used that when I did the review back in 2013. As just kind of a whim, I'd watched it, written up a review for the old blog, and I just decided out of nowhere, just like, okay, I might as well just shoot some reviews and whatnot. So I just shot a review for the first and second Howling films because I just watched them, written reviews of them. So I just went off and did that, and it's definitely something. I think getting to that, tying into what's next here. That first year or two of Forever Horror Month reviews is really over the top presentation. I was really trying to go for that big, spooky, sort of over the top type of thing. It's like, oh my god, it does not hold up. I can't go back and watch them. Just like, it's cringe inducing for me. It's a little too much. Some of them not so much, but I tried to watch a few of them. Was like, no, I can't. Some of the critiques are still valid, just like the presentation is just not my style anymore. I just really don't like that anymore. Just like, it feels a little embarrassing. But tying into that is my sole Laserdisc pickup for this time, because in that first Forever Horror Month, I had reviewed the 1979 version of Dracula, starring Frank Langella, and I have now the Laserdisc version, which is pan and scan, but features the only commercially released version of the film's original color grading. Because when the Laserdisc widescreen version was being minted, director John Bada went back and zapped almost all the color out of the print, because he originally intended to do a black and white film, but Universal wouldn't allow him to do that. So instead, Gilbert Taylor, who was the director of photography for this, also shot Star Wars, shot it with a magnificent color palette. But now you can't see that in any of the DVD releases, or the widescreen Laserdisc release, or in the Blu-ray release. it's all been this zapped out murky print. This has all the original color timing to it, but the framing's cropped off because it's pan and scan. It was shot CinemaScope. So I was intending to, one reason why I got a horror vibe for things is that I got this for a nice $6 complete. The guy had free shipping on eBay. It was $6. I couldn't turn it away. So my intention was do a Redux review of this version of Dracula, because now I could show off. Because originally I just showed off footage from the trailer, which is online, and it's not full CinemaScope, but it is like 16 by 9 widescreen with the original color timing. But now I can more extensively show off the original color timing from this version in a slightly altered framing format. But I still wanted to get this because I want to enjoy that color timing and whatnot, and through the disc in a little bit, watch a little bit of it, and I got a sense of it and everything. So good clean disc, looks really nice, and I'll be definitely enjoying it. It's only one disc, 2 sides, so it's under 2 hours or whatnot, but 109 minutes. But yeah, so that's on the list as well, to do a redux of that. And it's a little difficult because the John Williams soundtrack for this, again, another Star Wars connection with this film, you can't get the soundtrack anymore. It's a very rare type of thing. And a little bit of debate, stuff I should be throwing in the review anyway, but a little bit of debate about whether or not the soundtrack release was the original recordings or not. But it's one of those things that should be re-released. All this stuff should be re-released. Original color timing, original soundtrack, all that type of stuff, just complete. Why do you not release a complete John Williams soundtrack? It's a crime against cinema music. But anyway, with that, I'm making do. I got avenues to explore to get all these little pieces, so that is on the horizon. Terminator 2 is first. Gonna get that done because I'm promising that for a long time. A lot of people are very excited for it, and it's a little later than I wanted to get out, so I'll be picking up the pace to get everything moving forward this weekend to get it out as soon as I can, guys. So I still have a lot of voiceover to record for that. I did maybe about half of it about a month or so ago, so I'm going to edit what I can, then record the rest of the voiceover and edit the rest of it, and then fine-tune everything and get it out. I don't know how long the thing's going to be. It's probably going to be pretty long. I'm talking about a couple of Laserdisc versions, a couple of DVD versions, like three different Blu-rays or whatnot, so it's a lot of time to talk about a lot of stuff, so it's going to be pretty extensive. I wouldn't doubt it's at least a half-an-hour long video. I don't doubt it at all, but I did a lot of research in this whole thing. I've found websites I didn't even know existed, stuff for like VHS collectors, about like a VHS limited edition set that I didn't even know existed. So I dug into the depths of the internet to find all the information I could about every release I could that's worth noting. So that's going to be very extensive, so I'm getting myself pumped up, be listening to the soundtrack again, and get myself thoroughly invested into getting forward on that. So be working on that from Friday through Sunday, hopefully, and I'll be getting the Halloween 2 commentary track out somewhere around that time. Sunday, like I said, so it's about half the weekend I'll be working on it, so we'll see how things go Saturday night into Sunday and work on things from there. So I'll be working on it as much as I can. So that's all I have for now. So there's nothing else to really give to you. I don't know what's coming up on the theaters right now. Black Panther, maybe, I don't know. Things to do. I got lots of things to do. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for enjoying things, thanks for supporting things, and that's good stuff. Oh, I did do some upgrades to my computer lately, my Mac Pro. So I mentioned I got the RAM last time. The RAM worked out really nicely, so I've got 16 gigs of RAM in this thing now, which works out really nice. I had 3 gigs before, I have 16 now, so that's a big upgrade. If you're ever upgrading RAM, which I'm not the biggest tech-savvy type of guy to know these things, but apparently it can't mix like the factory installed RAM with the new RAM, so it was causing problems. I thought I had faulty RAM until I read the Q&A section on the Amazon page and found out, okay, get rid of all the old stuff, you don't need that, just put the new stuff in, it works fine. And then I got a new USB 3.0 PCI card in this thing, so I've got everything hooked up now, because I always had to switch cables out and everything when I want to hook out the Blu-ray reader. And so everything's now, I'm rocking now. So I've had a 3.0 drive for a long time, so now I'm making use of that. And fantastic speeds. I've got upgrades going up the ass right now, so everything's working nicely, very nicely. So later on down the line, it's looking towards a upgrade for the video card to get things moving faster with render times and exports and all that type of stuff. So I have to spend less time dealing with that shit. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys at this point in time. Always think there's always something more I could offer, but that's probably just random nonsense floating through my brain. But yeah, if you want to talk anything about this stuff, you can I think the Best Buy stuff might still be going on. I'm recording this on Tuesday. Seemed like it was still going on, but just check out bestbuy.com and see if there's anything you want to grab. There's a nice list of stuff somewhere, probably on Blu-ray.com somewhere. But regardless of that, good stuff. So glad to have Howling on Blu-ray, because I've been eyeing that for so long. It just never really dipped below that line that I wanted to. I saw $12.99. Not going to find a better price, so I was very happy. So guys, thanks much. Take care. Bye-bye.